Once, I walked to the far end of a parking lot just to get away from a smell. I didn't decide to do it. My feet were moving before I had a vote. A harmless smell at an oil change had tripped an alarm my body built on the worst day of my life. And my body had already picked its move. Get away, now. That move has a name. It's one of 4 your body reaches for when it feels threatened. And most people only know 2 of them: fight, flight, freeze, fawn. If you've ever snapped at someone who didn't earn it, or bolted, or gone completely blank, or found yourself making sure everyone else was okay while you fell apart inside, that wasn't a character flaw. That was your body picking one of 4 ways to survive a moment. By the end of this video, you'll know all 4. You'll know which one is your default, and you'll know which tool actually fits the one you reach for. Let's map it. Here's the piece part 1 setup, and this video pays off. The body signal is the alarm going off. The response is what your body does about it. Picture a smoke alarm screaming in a kitchen. That's the body signal. But what happens next isn't one thing. One person grabs the extinguisher, one runs out the door, one stands frozen in the doorway, and one starts apologizing to the neighbors before the smoke even clears. Same alarm, 4 completely different moves. Your nervous system works the same way. When it reads danger, it reaches for whichever move kept you safest back when the danger was real. And here's the part nobody tells you. It picked that move for a reason. It worked once. That's exactly why your body still trusts it. Some people call these the 4 trauma responses. I just call them the 4 ways your body tries to survive a moment. Fight, flight, freeze, fawn. Real quick, so you know I'm not explaining this from the outside. Tim here. I live with PTSD. For years after I served, I didn't even know that's what it was. I was angry, on edge, down for stretches I couldn't explain. And those years were harder on my family than they were on me. What finally cracked it open wasn't a doctor. It was working with homeless veterans. I'd listened to their PTSD stories, and I realized they were telling me about me. So I talked to my wife, and I went and got diagnosed and treated. Nobody handed me a map, so I started building one. That's what this Corvani series is. Peer support for adults living real lives. Not therapy, help from lived experience.
Civilian or veteran, whether you can name your trauma or never said it out loud, you're in the right place. PTSD doesn't check your resume, and neither does the way your body reacts. If the only version you ever heard was fight or flight, you're not alone. That's the one that made it into everyday language. 2 responses, stand and fight or run. But there are 2 more, and they're the ones that leave people most confused about themselves: freeze and fawn. Nobody handed most of us those words, so when our body did them, we had no name for what happened. We just decided something was wrong with us. Why did I just shut down? Why didn't I say anything? Why do I always make myself smaller to keep the peace? None of that is a flaw in your character. It's a gap in what you were taught. Let's close it. Watch for the one that feels like looking in a mirror. Response 1, fight. Fight is your body deciding the way through danger is to meet it head on. It shows up as anger, a short fuse, needing to control the room, snapping at someone who didn't earn it. For years, this was me. After I served, I was angry and on edge, and I told myself I was just short-tempered. I wasn't. My alarm was reaching for the one move it trusted. Fight isn't you being a bad person. It's protection wearing an angry face. Response 2, flight. Flight is your body deciding the way through is to get out, leaving the room, changing the subject, staying so busy you never have to sit still, or walking to the far end of a parking lot to escape a smell. That one was me too. Flight doesn't always look like running. Sometimes it's a person who just can't relax, who always has somewhere else to be. The engine never shuts off. Response 3, freeze. Freeze is your body deciding you can't fight and you can't run, so it pulls the plug. You go blank, numb. You can't move, can't decide, can't find a word. People around you might think you're calm. Inside, you're miles away. If you've ever been in a hard moment and just checked out, then beat yourself up later for not reacting, that was freeze. It's not weakness, it's your body's emergency brake. Response 4, fawn. And this is the one almost nobody talks about. Fawn is your body deciding the way to stay safe is to keep everyone else happy. You read the room before you walk in. You apologize for things that were never yours. You make yourself small, agreeable, useful, so nobody has a reason to turn on you. Some people call it people-pleasing. But if you learned it somewhere that keeping the peace kept you safe, it isn't a personality. It's a survival strategy that's still running. 4 moves: fight, flight, freeze, fawn. Not 4 flaws, 4 ways a body that loves you tried to keep you alive. Here's the thing I most wish someone had told me back in those angry years. The move your body picked is not the problem. It's not proof you're broken or weak or too much. It's proof you survived. Your nervous system did its job. It kept you here long enough to be watching this. The work isn't to hate the response. It's to notice it, thank it, and learn that you have other options now that the danger has passed. You're not getting rid of a flaw. You're giving a loyal alarm some backup. Quick thing before we keep going. If this is putting words to something you felt for years, hit subscribe. This whole series is the map nobody handed us. So how do you find your default? You map it. Same way we mapped the trigger in part 1. Event, body signal, story. Now add a 4th column, response. Next time the alarm goes off, don't grade yourself. Just notice. What did my body reach for? Did I get sharp? Did I leave or go busy? Did I go blank? Did I start managing everyone else's feelings? There are no wrong answers. Most of us have a main move plus a backup. Write it down later. 3 sentences. What set it off? What my body did? Which of the 4 it reached for? Do that a handful of times and a pattern shows up. And the moment you can see your move coming, you've created a gap between the alarm and the reaction. That gap is everything. That's where choice lives. You're not trying to never react. You're learning to spot your own move early enough to pick a different one. Here's where the 6 tools from part 1 get specific, because the tool that helps depends on the move your body made. If you go to fight, you've got energy with nowhere to put it. Movement is your tool. Walk it off. Shake out your hands. Push against a wall. Give the activation somewhere to land that isn't a person you love. If you go to flight, your system is revved and scanning. Breathing is your tool. A long, slow exhale, longer than the breath in. It tells a racing body it's safe enough to slow down. If you go to freeze, you're shut down and far away. Grounding is your tool. 5 things you can see, 4 you can touch. It walks you back into your body and back into the room. And if you go to Fawn, you've lost track of yourself tending everyone else. The pause is your tool. 1 question before you say yes again. What do I actually need right now? That small question is how you come back to yourself. Connection and journaling sit under all 4. A text that says, rough day. 3 sentences on a page. You're never matching one tool to your whole life. You're matching the tool to the moment. Let's be real about what this is. This is peer support. Me walking next to you with what I've lived. It is not therapy and it's not a replacement for clinical care. The thing that turned it around for me was talking to my wife and going to get diagnosed and treated. Naming your trauma response is powerful and it has a ceiling. If yours runs deep, if freeze or fawn has been running your life for as long as you can remember, a trained professional can take you places these tools can't. That isn't failure. It's using the right size tool for the thing you're carrying. The plan serves you. You don't serve the plan. So here's the map. When your alarm fires, your body picks a move. Fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. Not flaws, survival strategies that worked once and kept running. Map yours by adding 1 column to event, body signal, story, response. And once you can see your move coming, match the tool to it. Movement for fight, breathing for flight, grounding for freeze, the pause for fawn. Part 3 of this Corvani PTSD series goes deeper on the coping tools themselves, how to build a kit that holds up on the hard days. Subscribe so you don't miss it. The full set of tools, prompts, and a trigger and response tracker built for a real life is in the Corvani Guided Wellness Workbook at corvani.co/workbook. It's $9 through June because tools are the move. Link in the description. One more thing, and I mean it. This is peer support, not therapy or medical advice. If you're in crisis, please reach out to a qualified mental health professional or call 988. If you're a veteran, call 988 and then press 1. The move your body made kept you alive. You get to learn some new ones now, and you don't have to do it alone. I am Tim Naylor, a certified peer specialist in mental health and substance abuse. If this helped you, follow Corvani for more peer support content, real tools, real talk, no fluff. And drop your thoughts in the comments. I see every comment.